Hello, travelers, and thank you for joining me. This is the start of a new series that I'm going to call Travel Logs. These are intended to be more long-form, full playthroughs of a game, as opposed to the guides, which I intend to be more thoroughly edited and compressed down. The included commentary is going to be what I recorded live while playing through the game. These logs will be a bit more informal, likely stopping at perhaps not the most thematically appropriate points, but my hope is that these will serve as a full document of my time playing through a game. This one is of course going to be Satisfactory. The 1.0 release has just come out, and I'm very excited to hop into it with all of you. With all that said, I hope you enjoy. Alright, here's hoping that this recording is working out. Just booted up for the first time into 1.0. I'm gonna try doing some live commentary of it as I play through it for the first time. And I am trying out playing on a controller, actually. It's not officially supported in the game. I'm using a Steam controller with some custom bindings. I think I managed to get everything bound. We will see. If I do have to describe any controls, I will plan on describing the keyboard inputs, of course, assuming I can remember them. Well, I see I've got continue still there, but I am actually gonna go ahead and delete my old save and start up a new game. Alright. So yeah, we've got our choice of the normal 4 starting areas. Grass fields, rocky desert, northern forest, and dune desert. Now, I have started in rocky desert and northern forest before. I've technically started in dune desert, but just very, very briefly. I'm actually probably gonna try grass fields, even though I think a lot of people would argue that this is not the best starting area, but they have, or potentially even the worst, but they have rebalanced a lot of the nodes around the map, and I've never started here. I feel like this is going to be the place where a lot of people start, since it has this banner across the top. So I figure I will actually give that a try for the first time. The reason why I feel like a lot of people would not recommend this area is because the resource nodes that you find on it tend to be of very low quality. So you will simply not be getting as many resources as quickly as you would in a lot of other starting areas. However, I'm not particularly worried about that in the early game. You know, once I'm having trouble acquiring resources, I feel like I can always either expand or even just completely relocate to possibly a place like the Rocky Desert. The Northern Forest used to be very, very resource dense, but I think that they have nerfed that a lot. It was very, very easy to just set up shop there and not ever be forced to leave that small area for a very long time. And then the Dune Desert, I think, has some pretty good resources, but is quite spread out. And also, as you can see from the pictures, it is not very green at all. So in the early game, you just have a lot of trouble collecting biomass, which you need for power early on. So yeah, I think I'm going to give grass fields a try. I'm sure a lot of people have seen starts here, but I've never started here and want to see how it is, especially with changes. Okay, I'll actually have to type here for this. don't want to skip the intro, because things have probably changed. No advanced game settings. So let's go. Grassfields, skip onboarding, no advanced. I feel like this wasn't here before. Okay. Let's go.
Separation from main transport complete. Group 8 delivered to Calistian region. All Pioneers functional, initiating dispersion.
This is already new.
Attention Pioneer, I am Ada, your personal instance of the Artificial Directory and Assistant. Welcome to the Fixit Incorporated Save the Day program. A Fixit Pioneer has 3 core assignments. Construct. All Pioneers must follow Fixit guidelines and instructions when constructing any building. Automate. Every Pioneer is responsible for setting up and managing efficient pipelines, outposts, and power infrastructure. Explore and exploit. Fixit selected planets are rich with resources suitable for direct use or further investigation. Stay within your designated. And that is why the world is counting on pioneers like you. Fixit. Short-term solutions to long-term problems. Initiating planetfall. Atmospheric entry in 3, 2, 1. Beginning aero assist. Drag within acceptable parameters. Descent phase begun. Decelerating. Deploying parachute. Deploying backup parachute. Skipping parachute. Landing phase begun. Activating retropropulsion. Touchdown. Planetfall complete. Drop pod integrity nominal. Omni-situational exploration suit nominal. Pioneer. Acceptable. Congratulations. You are the 3rd in your region to survive planetfall. Welcome to Massage 2, A-B-B, in the binary system of Akicha.
Akicha. I mispronounced that.
Loading objective-based introduction. Begin onboarding. First contact safety tool supplied due to presence of alien megafauna. Adhere to Fixit procedure and equip the Fixit Inc. Xeno Zapper before leaving the drop zone.
Alright. So yeah, as it says, we should go ahead and equip our Xeno Zapper by pressing Tab, which hopefully I remember the bind for. Yes. And then can drop that into our hands.
Next objective, dismantle the drop pod. Fixit Incorporated as cost-effective and efficient. We do not waste. The drop pod will be recycled to construct the first stage of the habitat and utility base, often referred to as the hub.
Oh, it's just iron.
Next objective, use the resource scanner to find and collect additional iron to be able to build the hub. If you cannot find iron, be assured scans of the planet have revealed sufficient iron sources.
Gonna press E and pick up some berries.
Potential edible collected. If consumed before authorized as compatible with the human digestive system by Fixit, the consumer is responsible for any and all consequences. Store this potential resource for later use.
I feel like I have to eat it now. Okay. Alright, well, I better do what it says and scan for some iron nodes. Yeah, this is already slightly changed, so yeah, just holding V. Yeah, I'm pressing C to crouch and just slide around a little bit. Gonna pick up some more berries as well. And I might as well start picking up biomass. I'm gonna need it eventually. So yeah, just holding E to pick up a bunch of these. It would be ideal if I could find some wood rather than just leaves. Alright, let's repeat that scan. They were just out here. Okay, yeah, I got quite a cluster around here. I'm sure many people have started their bases right here.
Potential edible collected. Eating it and surviving does not count as a valid field test and does not generate enough data for Fixit to make an informed decision. Store this potential resource for later use.
Alright, got a hog charging us. Dang. Yeah, just sidestepping it. It doesn't require all that much speed.
Samples of new alien species acquired. Notable features are blunt teeth, suggesting it is herbivorous, and a thickly plated skull and spine, suggesting it is proficient at inflicting and receiving blunt force trauma. Preserve the remains for later study.
See, the beans are still weird. Some things never change. Got a power slug right up there. Alright, iron ore impure. Yeah, as I mentioned, the impure there is why a lot of people wouldn't want to start in this zone, but I think it will work out fine.
Next objective. Use the build gun to construct the hub. Iron is a base component necessary for all near-future progress, so ensure you build the hub close to iron sources. Fixit does not pay by the kilometer.
So yeah, for each of these nodes, I'm just clearing the top rocky outcrop from it so that I can place miners here in the future. No point leaving these here. Oh, we've got a bit of Caterium. Just a little outcropping, not a node.
Unknown metal collected. This metallic element is showing properties similar to those in Group 11 on the periodic table, such as high conductivity and malleability. Store this potential resource for later use.
There we go. Just took a while. Oh. That's a Mercer sphere up there. Alright, I'll get that before long. Figure I'll just clean up all of these little outcroppings. Alright. Alright. Let's pick up some barrel nuts. Oh yeah, maybe I shouldn't be doing the slide jumping constantly. Not sure how much fun that is to watch. And it's not as much of a mobility boost as it will be later on when you get the Blade Runners. That's what they're called. Okay, I thought you were a bigger one for a sec, but no. Still getting used to turning around quickly with a little controller pad as opposed to a mouse. I can turn pretty quickly, but not used to it. What do we got here? More iron, impure. Okay. Those cleared up. And I should probably continue to grab biomass. I'm really bad about remembering to do this in the early game. Oh. Little cave. Let's leave that for now. Don't want to start screaming into the microphone yet when I first see a big stinger. I love those sky mantas. Oh, I'm still doing it. Okay, well, let's get set up right here. No harm in that. Build menu, hub, and let's place it this direction, right around there.
Hub foundation built. The hub terminal and crafting bench are only the humble beginnings of a successful Fix-It pioneer, but essential for the next steps of onboarding. Once finished, the hub will function as your base of operations. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 1.
Okay, so let's take a look at the hub terminal. We're in tier 0. Oh yeah, this looks different. Okay. Okay, interesting. I know that I completed phase 3 previously, I think. I feel like that was earlier, so a lot of these, assuming I'm not misremembering, a lot of these have been shifted around. I feel like phase 4 was more like here. Okay. Hub upgrade 1, let's see what we need. We need iron rods. So for this, we're just gonna go ahead and go over to the crafting bench, craft a bunch of these into ingots. Oh yeah, by the way, I didn't know for a long time, but you can actually just select one of these crafting recipes at the bench and tap the spacebar once, and it will basically hold it for you and craft until you tap again. There's no need to just sit there with the spacebar held down forever, like I did through my first, 3 playthroughs. I figure I might as well just go ahead and craft all of this iron into ingots. Eventually, we'll have smelters to take care of this for us and other machines to do the assembly. But for now, I think it'll behoove me to have a surplus of these iron ingots sitting around waiting to be used. So yeah, the early part of this you can spend a fair bit of time just staring at this crafting bench, but you want to try to get out of that mode as soon as possible, because that's sort of the point of the game, to start automating things, and it gives you time to do more interesting things than stare at this bar that's increasing. Not saying that isn't fun. Oh yeah, and if I remember correctly, when you craft for a long period of time like this, yeah, the thing is shaky and smoky for a while afterwards, which is a great effect. I think I needed 10 of these. Alright. Oop, not dismantle. Hub upgrade 1, 10, select milestone, and then I'm going to control click to just put as many as I can into there, which is exactly what I have, and upgrade.
Hub upgrade 1, storage and frame, completed. Equipment like the portable miner can now be made in the workshop. Congratulations on completing your first milestone, the first of many providing access to new recipes and technologies for the Fix-It mission. Next objective, complete Hub upgrade 2.
Alright. And we've got a little personal storage as well. I'm going to have to learn how to exit those without opening a menu. Okay. Alright, just some rods and plates, 20 and 10. Yeah, none of that. Alright. Yeah, I don't think I have any automated components yet besides the small miners. Oh, I think I mixed it up. I think I need 20 rods and 10 plates, but that's fine. Alright. Yeah, that'll get us the smelter so we can begin assembly. Some power lines, so I'm sure it'll unlock the biomass burners built into this thing as well. And we could start scanning for copper, yeah. Alright. And 10. Upgrade.
Hub upgrade 2, power and shell, completed. The smelter can turn raw ore such as copper and iron into ingots, and the biomass burner generates power when fueled. Fun fact, most of the native flora and fauna is compatible with Fix-It technology. Fueling the biomass burner with inappropriate materials will result in deductions or even cancellation of your yearly bonus. Next objective, complete Hub upgrade 3.
Alright. Let's see, I don't think we have power poles yet. So I could start building smelters, but it's going to be difficult to set them up. Oh, yeah, I see. I can just... I see. Alright, well, let's play how it wants us to. Oh, I'm still slide jumping. I won't be able to stop it. It's instinctual. Alright. I need copper wire, of course, which means I need to scan for some copper. Let's hope I'm not too far. Okay. 3, 5, 2. Okay. Well, I think I might end up taking a look at that Mercer sphere up there. It's calling to me. Let's grab some more berries, why not? Do I have a tool belt yet? I do have a secondary hand slot, okay. So now, by scrolling, in your case, though by pushing the bumpers for me, I can swap between these two. Eventually I'll come up with,
Unknown crystalline mineral collected. This mineral is composed of the same chemical elements as quartz and may yield similar industrial functions. Store this potential resource for later use.
telling me to do a lot of that. Storing things for later use. Because, yeah, I'm gonna eventually unlock technologies and such that will allow me to actually make use of this stuff for production or research. Just grabbing up some more biomass. Inventory's looking okay. Got some fart rocks out there. Alright, let's double check that node location. Yeah, right up there, isn't it? So for those who don't know, when you're scanning for resources, if you hold down V, it pops up this menu where you can select what resource you want to scan for by moving the mouse around. But if you just tap V, it will automatically scan for your last scanned resource. So in this case, I was tapping V to scan for copper. There we go. All right. So yeah, I got some copper out here, a ways away, but not too far. Now, am I gonna? Can I just get up this slope? Can I just cheese it? Yes. Okay, let's see if there's a way up to that Mercer sphere. These are actually important in this full release of the game, whereas before they kind of just used to be mildly annoying, because they would look really interesting and be in these interesting locations, and Ada would tell you in a very creepy voice to collect them, but they wouldn't ever do anything.
The astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor. Each sphere emits a unique signal and will require study to determine local application, store it for later use.
Interesting. So Fixit is already very aware of these alien artifacts and has studied them previously. Okay, got a little bit of copper, but we won't be gathering much of that until we have belts to help us out. So let's get headed back to the hub. Oh, I do want to mention, by the way, and maybe I'll just demonstrate, you can disassemble the hub and recreate it wherever you want. So if you put it down in a spot and you don't quite like it as much as you thought you would, don't worry about it. Just pick it up and rebuild it somewhere slightly better. Granted, I don't know how that works with the personal storage. You might need free inventory space for dealing with that. Alright, let's just take out things I expect to work with imminently. And we're gonna definitely need some copper ingots. Oh, I should do what it wants me to do and actually build a smelter, since I have access to that. Oh, I've gone through this before. I need wire to build a smelter, which means I need to make these anyway. Alright. So, let's also build the equipment workshop. So that's gonna need iron plates, iron rods. Can do. I already have some iron plates, don't I? Do I have to dump those in here? Yes. Oh, yeah, worth mentioning. If you can't remember how much something is going to need, especially if you need to build a lot of things, you can interact with these little plus-minus buttons to add counts of various buildables to your to-do list. And then, as you can see over on the right-hand side, it gives me a nice little bar graph showing how many resources I'll need, how many I'm carrying. So yeah, of course, in this case, I'm only building one. And I've already got the materials. All right. So at the equipment workshop, we can make portable miners. Now these will sit on a node and do some mining for us. And that will allow us to go do other things, and it kind of makes building a smelter at this point worthwhile, because you can leave these behind, have them mine for you, and then have your smelters running while you are running to and from. They have some fantastic animations, too. I think you can put 3 of them on a node, and that's the limit. Maybe it's slightly more than that. There is some kind of limit on it. Okay, and I keep forgetting exactly what I need to build a smelter, so I should actually put it on my bar. And some wire. All right. So now let's actually build that thing. Now I'm building it over here because it will be pulling power from this little biomass burner that's built into the hub. So what I'm gonna do is, oh, I'm forgetting my hotkeys. How does this work again? There we go. 2 to run, oh, well, I don't have cable, so first I'm gonna get cable. Cable requires wire. Honestly, I'll just craft all of my copper into wire. I'll need it at some point. And then some cable. That's good enough. And then, oh, I keep doing that. It's this, okay. Then run a power line. And I need to grab the biomass, which I have put away in my storage container. Let's just run it on leaves for now. All right, Control-click to dump all the leaves that I have into there, or all the leaves it can store, depending. And yeah, let's look at this really quick. So you can see from these bars that there's a bunch of different levels here. So, and that at the bottom there, it has the color coding for each. So we've got our current consumption and our current production of electricity, which in the case of biomass burners, those lines will always overlap. So you only see the production in this case. The consumption line is underneath that one. And then we have our max consumption. So that line represents if every single structure, if every single power drawing element of your power network were fully active, how much power you would consume. And then the light gray line, way up there at the top, is the total power capacity, the total production your generators connected to the network are capable of. Now you can have multiple power networks, though obviously in this case we have a network of 2 things, a single generator and a single consumer, this smelter. So it's not particularly exciting. Let's go ahead and set that to iron, and then go pick up some resources from our portable miners that we left back here working. They're still churning away, but I can go ahead and take everything from them. Actually, I probably don't need this many here. So let's pick up one of these whole miners. Because yeah, though I can carry plenty of iron ore, if I only have one smelter, it can only store a single stack. So at least for now, it's kind of overkill. Alright, so yeah, control clicked, dumped in 100 ore, that's all the smelter can take at a time. Let's get over to that copper node. Again, just tapping V to rescan for it, though I know where it is. Do some sliding through the flowers. And let me place a portable miner here. And I'll come back for you later. So yeah, at the start, there's a lot of this running around. There's a lot of gathering, there's a lot of running back and forth between nodes, gathering up resources, checking your portable miners, moving ore to the smelter, or smelters. I should probably build more than one. But that'll start to change here pretty quick. Still churning. So let's go ahead and actually take a look at what I need. 20. Okay, nice and easy. And that'll give me constructor, power pole, concrete as a recipe. Okay, screws, reinforced iron plates. Okay, so that's the signal that it's time, once you unlock the constructor, to actually start properly automating things. Okay, 20. Easy to remember in theory. So I'm not going to be crafting iron ingots anymore. I might as well make some plates, because I'm not up to 20 on those yet. And then pull some out of this, put some more iron in, sort my inventory to collapse space. Go back over here and get up to 20 iron plates, get up to 20 iron rods. There we go. Get those put into the hub. Doop, doop. I might as well put all my wire in there, though I'll need some more. Do I have any? No, I'm out of copper ore. Yeah, I can always clear that out and put copper ore in there when I actually have some. Just gonna run over here and check on my portable miner. Hopefully it's been doing good work. Looks like it's done. It is indeed. This, yes, it's a normal node. So yeah, normal nodes produce resources twice as fast as impure nodes. And then there are pure nodes that produce resources twice as fast again. So a pure node is equivalent to 4 impure nodes, which is why resource purity is something that people are such a big fan of. But it's not a necessity. We'll come across some ways to, oh yes, of course, I've got to change the recipe. So what just happened there was I tried to put copper ore into here, but the machine is set to produce iron ingots, so nothing happened. I need to click up here to select the recipe, change it to copper ore. Oh, it's worth mentioning, so you'll see when you're in this menu, you have all of your items down here, but it's also selected a list of relevant items. Now, those are determined by the situation, by the menu that you're in. In this case, it knows that the input is copper ore, so it's going to select copper ore as a relevant item. And I can actually just hit a hotkey, in this case 1, to select from that list of relevant items. That took me a long time to figure out, so I'm hoping that helps somebody out. Let's go ahead and stash some more here that I don't need right now. All right, let's check on our biomass burner while we're here. It's still doing pretty good. I can always put some more leaves in though, and gather some more. Yeah, so if you press E while looking at a piece of biomass, one of these plants you can gather, and then you hold it, you'll sort of permanently be put into a gathering mode for that resource. So long as you're holding it, you will automatically gather as soon as you walk over something that you can gather. So keep that in mind. It's a nice quick way to gather up a whole bunch of a resource without tapping E all the time. All right, let's just pull some of this out. And I believe we need 20 wire. Well, a little less since we already have 6 in, so 14 wire. All right. Oh, I should have hit the hotkey for that, you see? Well, next time.
Hub Upgrade 3, Interior Furnishing, completed. The constructor can produce simple parts, and power poles allow for the expansion of the power grid. When you make the inevitable mistake, Fixit's dismantling feature is designed to salvage all resources used during construction, in line with our zero-waste policy. We understand that Fixit pioneers are only human and thus prone to error. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 4.
Gosh, beta sounds even more ominous than usual. I swear Fixit is run by an AI. Okay. Maybe the whole world is. Ah, character customization. Oh my god. Okay, well, good enough. It's not like I'll be seeing much of myself anyway. Oh, yes. I can throw stuff in here. Okay. I think I'm good for now. Beautiful. Oh, yes, perfect. The power. Fantastic. So glad they finally got that into the game. Customization. Wow. Let's see that build gun. Yeah. All right. Okay, what was I doing? Let's take all of that. Should probably get some more copper queued up. Well, actually, I take it back. I have access to constructor. Oh, but I don't have belts. Okay. So it's just still a lot of placing things. Okay, well, let's try to at least speed this up. So, I know I'm going to need wire to build smelters. Don't know how much, but let's get some of that. I'm certain I'll need plates and rods for smelters or constructors. And let's get some screws. I'm sure they'll come up. All right. Now, Let's actually get a power pole. I can remember how to access these. Oh, I need concrete. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna need more portable miners to make this effective. I do have some limestone, which is used to make concrete. Let's see if I can build a no, reinforced plates. Okay, let's get those. 1, 2, 3. Sure. Let's get that put down. And let's go ahead and pull this power line. See, as you can see, now that it doesn't have anything to power at all, that's shut down. Alright, let's just try to put a power line over to that. And let's pop it in some limestone to make concrete. And then can just leave that to do its thing for a little bit. Unfortunately, we can't run both of these at once. Not until we actually get some power poles, which, heck, I mean, can probably do basically right away. Let's take a look. There we go. All right. You are officially outdated. So yeah, as you can see, when I aim at it with a power line, this thing can support 4 total power connections. So 1 to the generator, 1 to the smelter, 1 to the constructor makes 3. So it can support 1 more. And if I draw out from it, you'll see that by default, it tries to make another power pole when I'm pointing at the ground, for example. And now this can support 3 additional connections, 1 to the power pole and nothing else. All right, so now is the time to start building things like another smelter. We'll just awkwardly place this on the hill anywhere. It doesn't really matter at this point. We're gonna take all of this apart later. And you should be producing iron. And let's go ahead and hook you up. And I should actually get some iron into there. I think I have some in my personal storage. I better clear that out. I don't want to leave random ores sitting in here in the long term. Caterium I'm still not using yet, though, so I will just leave that in there. I should just sort rather than dragging stuff around. Okay. Again, hitting the hotkey 1 in this case to just dump that iron ore right in there. And I better go pick up some more iron ore in the meantime. I'm sure these things are long since finished. Gonna grab a bit more biomass while I'm thinking about it, because I'm sure we'll need some before long. Let's grab everything from you. Grab everything from you. Have your colors changed to match my outfit? That's interesting. I guess it takes on the equipment color, because they're, yeah, part of my equipment repertoire. I keep mentioning it and then keep forgetting myself to just hit 1. Let's get over here again. Check on our lonely miner. Thank you. Keep up the good work. Now, we do have a lot more things consuming power from that one biomass burner now. So, I'm gonna have to make sure to check it more regularly. All right, 1. Yep, alright. Okay, and now I can hit 2, in this case, to dump leaves in. You can see it can hold a max of 500, so just maxed it out. So we're doing decently. Okay, and you are done. Let's go ahead and take all of that. Oh yeah, and I've got a little bit more limestone I might as well dump in. Okay, let's actually take a look at our objective and see what we're doing here. Okay, conveyors, yeah, so that's what I was looking for. We need iron plates, cable, and concrete. Okay. Let's pull the last concrete out of here. Pull the copper out of there. Pull the iron out of there. Got more to put in, might as well do it. Okay, nope, that's the wrong button. Woo! Oh, and let's get stuff like this out of here. Oh, but I was looking at that backwards. Never mind. Pretend it didn't happen. Oh, that's like flickering. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So let's see. Wire first. Might as well. Gonna need a lot of it. Oh, yes. Also, you can see down here that in brackets it shows you how many of that thing you can craft with the resources you currently have. So now I know I can craft 20 cable, which is what I need. Alright, plates. Going to need 75, so we're going to be sitting here for a sec. Actually, let's not do it that way. Let's set this to iron plates, hit 1, and get it helping us out. No point in just sitting idle. Dump some more leaves in there, because I got them. And I might as well gather up some more leaves in the meantime. Should probably also check my miners again, just keep the rotation going. Well, to be honest, I'm going to be getting rid of these things so soon. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. I need to keep their motivation up. Alright. Keep hitting the wrong buttons. Alright, 75 plates, got 18. And I might as well just help it out with handcrafting. I'm not doing much else. Except I don't have any ingots anyway, so I can't do that. You done? You done. Let's pull those, put some more ore in. And now I can help this thing out. And anything I overproduce of this will be fine. It's no big deal. Let's see if you've got enough to finish off, though. Ooh, I need one more. Come on. There. All right. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Hub Upgrade 4, Landing Platform and Utilities, completed. Conveyor belts connect the output of one building to the input of another and transport resources. Due to past incidents, I have been asked to issue a clarification. Portable miners, obviously, do not have a connection for conveyor belts. There is nothing to suggest, visually or functionally, that they can be connected to portable miners. If this is something you struggle with, do not worry. Fixit has alternative uses for all their pioneers. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 5.
Concerning. Okay. So the question then is, can I build a real miner? I cannot. Hence the clarification. Okay. Here you are. Just waiting. I should put more out here, but I don't need that much copper early on. Grab some more leaves. There's lots around here. So yeah, this is one benefit to starting in the grassy fields, at least I think, is you just kind of trip over bushes and such to use for biomass burners. Let's grab these. Oh, there we go. And put some more in. Now, I might want to start thinking about where I want to put production lines. So we got limestone there, but more importantly, we got the copper over there. Maybe I could put my production. Well, there's not much area there, so I'll just put it down here. That's nice and simple. You're just churning. Just gathering up resources. Should jam some leaves into my biomass burner. Alright, so that's going to be 2. There we go. And you. Alright, let's see what we actually need. Upgrade 5. That's when I get a miner. Storage. Inventory slots. Cool. 75. Okay, so that's a fair bit. I might already have 20 concrete. I do. Okay, let's just put that in there right now. 50 cables, 75 rods. Let's get the rods getting crafted over here. So I'm going to change out the recipe, which means it dumps the ingredients that were in here into my inventory. At least I believe that's where they went. All right, so that's working on the rods, so let's work on the cable. Need 50 total. Now I could expand my automation, even at this point. I could be doing a better job of that, but it almost feels like a waste until I have access to more means of automating, miners in particular. Okay, you are just churning. That is fine. Let's get some cable going. Okay, have you made me enough to actually help out? No, not really. Okay, well, you know, I keep talking up the automation, but in the beginning, handcrafting is just so fast. Alright, I think that's that. All done.
Hub Upgrade 5, Power Expansion, completed. The miner, unlike portable miners, can be connected to conveyor belts and requires power to function. Caution: as you expand, the energy demand of your production may exceed the capacity of your power grid. The onboarding program was established because Fix-It pioneers often experience memory issues after planetfall. If you are experiencing nosebleeds, nausea, existentialism, or an itchy scalp, there is no need for concern. This should pass within 5 to 7 workdays. Next objective: complete Hub Upgrade 6.